Hey guys, welcome to Planning with Crystal. So today's unboxing is a really exciting one for me. So it's the Feel Good Book Club, which is actually run by the Samaritans. And the reason why I've signed up to this particular book subscription, it's $18.99 a month and the profits go to the Samaritans, to the charity itself. So it is raising money for the charity as well as getting an exciting book box each month. So what they promise in here is that you'll get a book that's all about feeling good, which is why it's called Feel Good Book Club, and along with some like little gifty things, which again are all on that theme about feeling good, which especially at the moment is super important with everything that's going on in the world. You sign up before the end of the month to get the next month's box. So this is for August 2020. I signed up before the end of July. And let's get this open. I like how it says on the back, hello, only a curious mind would check the bottom of the box, and curious minds need feeding. Did you know that there are around 170 million books and other materials in the British Library? If you were to read 5 each day, it would take you over 80,000 years to get through the whole collection. Phew, I'd give it a go. If you're ever in London, check out the British Library. There's some amazing old texts, and it's a lovely place anyway, but it's got like the Magna Carta and other famous texts by Shakespeare and Jane Austen and all kinds of people. So check it out if you're in London. Anyway, back to the unboxing. It says, happily this box contains just one new book, plus some special little treats and surprises just for you. We hope you love them. So I've taken off the sleeve and it's just a plain cardboard box. Then it says inside, go on, take a peek. Ooh, okay, so there's a few bits and pieces in here. So there is some cards called Elizabeth Day's Little Lifts. So it says, be as kind to yourself as you would be to your best friend. And it's got a little picture on the back. It says, switch your phone onto aeroplane mode for half an hour, relish the silence. And then got a little picture on the back of there. When you fail, it does not make you a failure. And it's got not a failure on the back. And then we've got you are not your worst thoughts. And never underestimate the power of sleep. And somebody there asleep. Then we've got a why we love this book. And I'll show you what book's been sent shortly. And then it says, so this all kind of came bundled together. So hopefully it tells a little bit more about everything that came in this month's box. So this is a self-care summer box. Hooray, it's your August box. Our August theme. Taking good care of yourself is important all year round. But this feels like an especially fitting time to focus on you. School's out, the sun's out, sometimes, and for the moment at least, we can see our loved ones again with nothing between us but the warm summer air. This box is an extra special collaboration with novelist, journalist and superstar podcaster Elizabeth Day, featuring her book How to Fail, and a selection of gifts we hope will help you treat yourself to a little TLC. And then it says about the book, it sounds corny, but we genuinely came away from How to Fail feeling like a burden had been lifted. The weight of all those times we'd beaten ourselves up for not meeting, mostly our own, expectations. In fact, our only remaining regret was not having read and recommended the book sooner. Who knows how many people we could have consoled for failing to be Gwyneth Paltrow. We think this is a book you can dip into time and again. So find a sunny spot and get ready to change your feelings about failing. And it says here why we love this box. Like most people, failure conjures up negative emotions for me. This book's refreshing honesty helped me to see hard times in a more constructive way. Buoyed by Elizabeth's hard-won insights and sparkling writing. And that little note there is from Ella Book Club team. And let's have a look at the book itself. So it's How to Fail, but it's one of those books where you think, oh, I put it upside down. I put it the wrong way around. It is actually supposed to be like that. Sunday Times bestseller, and it says, inspired by the award-winning podcast How to Fail, is a book for anyone who has ever failed, which means it's a book for everyone. Part memoir, part manifesto, and rich in stories from Elizabeth's own life, How to Fail reveals that failure is not what defines us, rather it is how we respond to it that shapes us as individuals. It's a book that is uplifting, frank, funny and poignant, with chapters on dating, work, babies, anger, success and friendship. It is based on the simple premise that understanding why we fail ultimately makes us stronger. because learning how to fail is actually learning how to succeed better, and everyone needs a bit of that. The little card that fell out of here is a little note from the author, which is a really nice touch. I hope they do that every month, because I really think that's a lovely little personal touch. It says, "Books have brought me great solace in dark times. That's why I love this book club. It's such a simple idea, but being able to connect with each other through the different worlds created by words on a page is a truly beautiful thing. I wrote How to Fail off of the back of a particularly challenging period in my own life. While writing the book, which is part memoir, part manifesto, and partly based on my podcast of the same name, I came to realise that every crisis I had endured had actually made me stronger. In surviving, we become resilient and resourceful. In learning to embrace imperfection, rather than hiding from it, we are allowed to become our truest selves. This is why I passionately believe that failure does not need to define us. We can always learn from things going wrong, if we choose to. I hope that you read this book and are entertained and stimulated by it. I hope it challenges you and comforts you, and I hope that you turn the final page and feel more positive, less alone, and fully aware of the magical, unique person you are." How lovely is that? I've also got a little bookmark here, which is by, it says Elizabeth Day, by the Feel Good Book Club, and it's just got some little doodles and things on the back. Love a good bookmark. I seem to lose mine all the time. And then on to the goodies that came in this month's box. So first of all, we've got a little bottle of lavender essential oil, which comes in a little bag. So it's a little lavender essential oil. Lavender, what more can I say about it? I think it's one of those scents you either love or hate. I really like lavender. Of course, it's great for relaxation and sleeping. A lot of sleep mists and sleep type products, they always tend to contain lavender, so I'm happy to see that in there. It says, inspired by Elizabeth Day's love of aromatherapy, especially lavender, we've included a little bit of relaxation in a bottle. This fresh soothing oil is a perfect addition to a quiet evening with a book, and that is in a 10ml size. Then we've got a set of mindful colouring postcards and pencils. Doing something with your hands is a great way to soothe anxiety and de-stress. These lovely little cards by illustrator Millie Marotta will nurture your creativity and hone your focus. So they come in a lovely little envelope like this that says colouring cards. And there is a little stag, and there is a bird. And there is birds flying about. So I think this is actually, it says on the back, Millie Marotta's Animal Kingdom. I know there is a colouring book called Animal Kingdom, so I don't know if it's been taken from that. Perhaps she's the author. But it comes in a nice quality envelope for keeping them in as well. And then we've also got these super cute little pencils that says the Feel Good Book Club. And we've got 12 different coloured pencils in here. And they're like little mini cute ones. They don't say anything on the actual pencil, but there's a nice selection of colours. It's in a cute little cardboard cube. We're going away for a little trip next week, actually a little staycation, and I think this might be quite a cute little thing for me to take with me and do in the evenings. Then we've got Everyone Fails, Even Us, which is a booklet, and it says in this booklet we've put a collection of our own personal stories of failure and how they've made us who we are. So this is just like a little booklet that they've made, and it's got some little quotes from team members and volunteers and things like that. But then it also has a little section on the other side of the page, and this is replicated throughout the book, where it gives you the space to write down, this reminds me of, at the time I felt, now I feel. So it gives you a chance to really reflect on your own feelings, and perhaps you've had some of these similar experiences. So that's a nice little addition in there. Then we've got our favourite breakfast tea bags, which is a full-bodied blend of Assam and Darjeeling to wake you up happy. It's by P.O. Tea in Edinburgh, and it's their breakfast blend. I've not tried this tea, but I do like tea. Not sure how many tea bags exactly we get in here, but it is a little pouch, probably about 5 or something. Oh, sorry, it does say on the back 6 pyramid tea bags, and they're in biodegradable tea bags as well. so that's good. And then the little lift cards, which were especially written by Elizabeth Day, and they were these ones that I've already kind of shown you. And also it makes mention of this bookmark as well that I've already shown you also. So to recap, $18.99, all the profits going to the Samaritans. You get a book every month, and this month is How to Fail by Elizabeth Day. You also get a bookmark in there and a little card note from the author. You get a little card here telling you all about the box. You get the 3 cards to decorate and the little colouring pencils. You get a little card explaining why they've chosen the book. There's a little Everyone Fails booklet with the stories from the people who work for the Samaritans, and also a little space for your reflections. We got some lavender oil, some breakfast blend tea, and the little lifts cards as well, which are really quite cute. And I like how they've got illustrations on the back and then the little quotes on the front. And it also tells me on this card, it says, let's talk. Like all good book groups, we love talking about books. And that's why we're inviting you to join our book club community on Facebook. Simply sign up and start sharing your thoughts about this month's choice or similar novels that you've enjoyed with like-minded book lovers. The book group is still very new and they'd love to meet as many people as possible. And it just tells you their address to find that. And then it says, read books, change lives. Every time you receive your book box, you're also helping others, as 100% of our proceeds goes to Samaritans. That means your membership is directly supporting Samaritans to keep taking calls from people going through a tough time who need someone to listen. Thank you from Samaritans for making a life-changing difference for someone in urgent need. See you next month, the Feel Good Book Club team. So I definitely say, if you're looking for a book subscription, this is something I've purchased myself, and I love the idea that the money is going to the Samaritans. And especially at the moment, like I said, with COVID and everything that's going on, there are going to be more people that need somebody to talk to. And obviously the Samaritans are a charity that can really help people with that. So I'm happy that a little bit of extra money is going to the charity every month as well. And there's some really cute stuff in here. I'm happy with the book. I'm happy to do a little bit of colouring, a little bit of aromatherapy, drink a little bit of tea, what's not to love. So let me know in the comments, what do you think of this subscription? I'll be back, of course, next month unboxing my next box when it arrives. And if you do like book unboxings and beauty unboxings and subscription unboxings and all that kind of stuff, then consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm constantly on here unboxing things, so if you want to watch any of these videos, then definitely consider subscribing. And I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.